To another episode of the Business Show. In your right corner, introducing today Willie Van Dyke.
Yay! Thanks, Van the man.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Business Show with myself and Willie as your host, Eugene van der Merwe and Willie van Dyke. So I'm a business coach and Willie an accountant, CFO. So we're going to chat a bit about that. And then if you're not part of our mastermind, go and join our mastermind. We've got an amazing group, some cool challenges happening. We'll post the link in the comments, I think. maybe not. I don't know yet. We're doing a different format.
No, we will.
And just welcome to another episode of the Weekly Business Show, guys, where we aim to inspire, motivate, and teach. So what's something that you are struggling with, pop it in the comments. Let's find out and see if we can get a giant on the show for that particular topic. And today's giant's also one of our mastermind members. Stick around to find out who. Willie, before we get into that, just quickly, any new guys that's on here, what's EHQ about? What's a business show about? Break it down, boy.
Cool, thanks, Eugene. Yeah, guys, for everyone that's new to the business show and you don't know us, my name's Willie. That's my co-host and partner, Eugene. So we started a company called EHQ, and our purpose is to help guys or teach guys to make their journey to the online business world. So that's how we started. More or less a year or so ago, we started the show, which is our Give Back project, and we firmly believe that we can learn from other successful entrepreneurs, and that's really how this thing started. So that's what the show is all about. Guys, if you want to learn more about online stuff, below this video you will find a link to our mastermind. But yeah, in a nutshell,
university.
Yes, our digital university. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. But yeah, Eugene, without further ado,
it started with being bored in lockdown. So the show actually started on the first lockdown, for those of you that don't know. On that 21 days, we ran out of alcohol, we ran out of everything else. We had to do something to keep ourselves busy, and we launched a business show. Why not? That's part of innovation, huh?
That's
so,
it.
Can I get into today's host, Willie, or is there something else you want to mention?
No, that's it. So let's welcome Zita.
Yeah, and like and share our show, guys. So there's plenty of other guys. So on today's show, we've got none other than Zita. So Zita's from MZS Digital, part of our mastermind group as well. Zita, I think you are the first mastermind member that we are interviewing. So welcome to the show. You get the honors of being first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see about it.
You must have done something right though, eh?
Or wrong that I get punished first.
So
just for the viewers that don't know anything about you, obviously all the mastermind people know about you, and but I'm sure there's a couple of people on here that haven't heard of Zita. Just give us a quick background.
Hi, yes, I'm Zita from MZS Digi. Myself and my husband started the business about 3 years ago. We come from a corporate background, working many years in corporate, and decided in Johannesburg, the busy area, Gauteng, decided we need to make a change. And we traveled about 7,000 kilometers a month and involved in 2 hijackings and an attempted robbery. And we realized, you know what, there's more to life. There's more that you need. Our children are out the house, so now's our chance. And we first started with looking at franchises. We thought the idea would be to buy a Wimpy or a Mug and Bean. But I think we quickly realized that's actually even more work than working a 9-to-5 job. You're never away from your restaurants, and you don't ever have time for yourself.
Yep.
And then we started looking around, and we saw a platform that we studied digital marketing. We did 6 months studying in the evening, still worked on 9-to-5 job, and sat for
But his
4 hours.
Rottweilers is on the loose again.
And sat in the evenings 4 hours studying, and on weekends. What was nice is that the two of us did it together. So it's a motivation. It's trying. It's really, I mean, we're not young spring chickens anymore to sit and study at night and give up your weekends took a lot of guts and a lot of, but we got through it together. And then I resigned from my work, and 8 months later, he resigned, and we started a digital marketing agency. I'm going to be honest, it's not how they would say easy peasy, like some advertise that do this course and within a month you'll be making hundreds of thousands of rand. It really doesn't work that way. It's really taken a long time, and unfortunately last year's COVID hit us full face, flat down in the dumps. We had good traction, we had good clients, and with their businesses closing, what is the first thing a business doesn't do when going gets tough? They automatically stop their marketing.
Which is the worst thing to do.
Yes, exactly. But you can understand in a way when the money starts getting tight, that's the thing that they think they need to stop. So we were down in the dumps, but we continued studying, continued going through, and when the salons, beauty salons, and that started opening, we realized there's a need for them. They're 1, 2, 3-man businesses. They concentrate so on their business themselves, on the service and the treatment that they give. They don't have time to do that marketing. And that's where we decided that's how we're going to help. We're going
the
to
idea of marketing is to boost a post.
Or to hand out a flyer, or stand on the corner and say, yeah, come do your nails, yeah, come do your treatment, yeah. And if you think of it years ago, salons and hairdressers and all that could rely heavily on word of mouth. I mean, if your nails were done professionally and everybody saw it, then they streamed in. There is so much competition out there now that you need to be that one step ahead. And how do you do that? Digital marketing. And that's where we come in, and businesses like us as well. Yes.
So I've got an actual question now on the actual digital marketing. So you guys mentioned that during COVID last year, all of these businesses took a knock and things like that, and you guys moved into into a niche, the beauty salon niche. How much easier did it become to actually do your own digital marketing when you decided on picking a niche?
It does become easier because then you focus your attention and your skills on a particular industry. So you can end up being more skilled in that area, you learn more about it, and it helps you focus all your energy and time on that as well. So it really helps. We did start in the beginning, we helped the restaurant, a few friends that had their own little restaurants. We helped them with online stores because they were only doing takeaways and trying to order. And that's when we decided, no, but the beauty can also do online shopping. You can book, you can pre-book your treatments, you can order your skincare and that. We all want to look beautiful and that. So luckily for us, that is an industry that can boom and is booming.
Yeah, Eugene's beauty bill is quite high every month.
Hey, it's not cheap to look this pretty.
Hey, I've realized the past 2 months, our one client is men's grooming, and I cannot believe the beard treatments and the beard moisturizers, and I've learned things this past month and a half I didn't know before. Really.
Yep.
This is just lazy.
It's really a big market.
Just being lazy.
No, it is definitely.
Yeah. Before we get too much into the digital stuff, Zita, I want to find out about your lifestyle, because you moved to Cape Town and then you moved to somewhere else now. I don't want to spoil everything. Tell us a bit about that and how your surroundings affects your mood.
When we stayed in Gauteng, we worked in Joburg area, but we lived in the Vaal. So like I said, we traveled 7,000 kilometers a month. And when we started on this journey, we said to each other, what is the ultimate? Where do we really want to semi-retire? And we've both always loved the sea. We've always loved the Cape. And we went on holiday. We toured the Western Cape. And when both of us had stopped working and we were helping clients, we realized, but you know what? You can live anywhere. As long as you've got great internet and your speed is good, you can do whatever you want, wherever you want. And we came down on holiday to the Western Cape 2019. We were here. September, we came for my daughter's birthdays. We were here in November on holiday. And we decided, no, we want to come and stay here. 2 weeks later, we packed up, we put our stuff in storage, and we moved to Blouberg Strait.
Yes.
And so, I come from, now I'm giving my age away, but I come from the age where you are taught that you either go after school, you study, or you go and work in a reputable industry, banking, like that. And then you buy yourself a house, you buy a car, and you're stuck. You are loyal to your company. You don't move around. And with my one daughter that traveled a lot overseas and went all over teaching and that, and she said to us, what are we bound for? Why are we staying in one place? There is so much more out there. And that's how we got started. And then
teaching you about life.
You always say I've realized you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to take that chance.
Yep.
Really.
Yes, well, I take my hat off for you guys, making these decisions. There's so many people living out there that wants to do this, but never ever get that courage to actually take those steps and start their own thing and just move. And like all of these things kind of work happen together. Zita, I just want to ask you something on the business side of things. You mentioned that things was quite tough in the beginning. Where do you guys stand now?
After COVID, once the beauty industry started opening up again, we started small scale. We realized, you know what, you get that, or how's the famous business coaches, the scarcity mindset, that you will help absolutely anybody just to get money coming in. And definitely having a coach that guides and things and helps us, makes us realize that, yes, start small, but it grows, and it's gradually grown. And what we did is, at one stage, I was connecting on every single community group on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and I got hold of one of the CEOs of one of the largest beauty skincare ranges in South Africa. And it's taken a 6-month journey of chatting back and forth, and we've kind of become their preferred digital marketer for their stock.
Wow.
So it's slow going, but it's going, and it's going in the right direction. And it's definitely made both of us realize is don't give up. And also try everything, but focus on 1, 2, 3 things. Don't try, you get the shiny object syndrome, especially with digital and tech. There's so many new things coming up. Oh no, let's try this, let's try that. Yep. And we've realized you lose track, you lose focus, and you actually do more harm to your business and your clients than focusing on 1 or 2 platforms and pushing and giving it all.
Yeah, look, staying on one platform.
It's trying, and I must say, a lot of people have asked both of us, how the heck do you work together and stay together 24/7?
I was
But
going to ask you that question. So maybe for someone that's watching this show, what advice do you have for them if they are husband and wife team working together?
It's a good question.
in the beginning, it was very, very tough. But us having gone through the personality test and the mindset test and things, that has helped us a lot in our way of communicating. I mean, nothing's perfect. There is still sometimes where you think, is this the right thing to do? But it is like they say, your work, you've got to work. If you work in a company, you've got a work wife and you've got a home wife. But now I'm both of them. So it's very, very different type of
I never heard that saying. I didn't know it was an option. Wow, why am I only finding out about this now?
I must go back to work, man.
There's always, if you think back,
your mood.
if you think back to the days when you worked in corporate, there was always somebody that you confided in, or there was somebody that drew things out of you that you didn't necessarily go home and talk about. So yes, it's we have what does work for us is we're not sitting right next to each other. We're close enough in the office, but you need still that bit of separation. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Great advice.
Yeah.
Zita, just staying on this, and then we can have one or two digital marketing questions. So we started coaching, I think it was in November, December, around about there. And yes, where you guys are today from a mood perspective, just how you light up and the smiles and everything. What do you think's been the biggest shift in that time to get you to this point where you are now?
Definitely mindset change, being consistent, focusing on what your goal is and your plans. We all do affirmations. We all try and work smarter, work better, eat healthier, but trying to get all the aspects in your life. How's your famous words, getting them aligned and getting them in balance, and keeping on at that. And I have found also having a third party hold us half accountable, because it's easy when you a couple working together, if the one doesn't want to do something, it's okay. But when you've got the third party that a deadline's this needs to be done, you push yourself more. And what I like it's a sounding board. Him and I are sounding boards for each other. And also that we've got a great digital marketing community that we're still in contact with. And it's also made me realize South Africans normally think, can't share my info because they're going to steal my clients. I can't share this because they're going to take my opportunity. And it's not that way. We've really grown a lot in that aspect.
Yeah, cool. The market is so big, it doesn't have to hold onto it anymore.
It's probably one of the things which I always say is the best business ideas is 6 feet under the ground. And it's simply because people do not want to share their ideas. And, we often speak about it. You have two businesses with the same idea and the same business plan, and they will end up way apart from each other. So I think I've just got one last question, Eugene, and then maybe do you have a last question? Is you mentioned that you're part of a marketing community, and you often hear us speak about, you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and you've been part of the EHQ tribe. How important is it for entrepreneurs to find that group of people in their lives?
When we started this journey with the study group that we started with, we joined a Facebook group and we kept in contact with us. And we had our personal friends that we've had all the years. this has taught us, we've slowly weaned off of friends that are not a positive influence in our life. And it's not that we didn't see them anymore. It just gradually happened, that because your focus is different, your mindset, your frame of mind is different. And it's so nice when you hear from family and friends that you haven't seen in a while, and then they'll tell you, but listen, you're shining, what's going on? And then I said to them, no, the business.
I also see that you guys
the business,
shining, huh?
the business isn't where we want it to be, but we're getting there, and keeping that positive mindset is what happens. And knowing that no matter what you're doing, if you're stuck, there's people out there you can ask that aren't afraid to share and are willing to give of their time.
So important. So important.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about this lonely entrepreneurial journey. And I think my wife's sick of listening to all my stuff. I think, well, your husband can't be sick of yours, Zita. You
guys we talk the same
thing. You're still together, right?
But that is why. That is why we've made sure that we've got personal activities that have got nothing to do with each other, because otherwise you're talking in circles around the same thing all the time. So yeah.
Something that really stood out for me out of your previous one was what's been the change. And I think that is such cool things that I just want to re-emphasize to everyone. The three main things that you mentioned is firstly awareness. So you went through these things. For example, we did on the personality side or the relationship side, we used the Enneagram. And that gave quite a lot of awareness between you and Michiel, like what's the differences. And then you understand each other better. Once you understand, it almost resolves a lot of that conflict. But that's awareness, that continuous awareness. The other thing you mentioned is consistency and focus. You need to focus on your goals. Focus, where are you actually going? And I think we get so distracted because you're chasing this thing and then something else pops up and you run to that, and this pops up and you run to that, and you kind of run in circles and you're not moving forward. And we see that on such a regular basis where 2-3 years later, people are still in the same place as what they were 3 years ago. And now with COVID, even worse. It's not just the same place, it's a worse off place. So that focus and then consistency. Yes, I believe that is just consistently doing these things over and over. But we want this quick results. We want this course that we do and within a month we make $1 million sort of thing. And it doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. It's consistently doing that stuff.
Exactly. I think that's one of the biggest business lessons that I've been taught, is that things do not happen overnight. So we tend to want to do everything now, and then we can't get to everything now, and then we get so disheartened, we just give up and we move on to the next thing without actually giving that little baby or little plant a fair chance to actually grow. So yeah, that's something which I realized, and I did it as well over the last couple of years. Eugene, I think 6 months ago, I said to you, I'm going to start cutting away on the majority of my projects and focus. And it's difficult for me because my personality is that of a creator, and I want to start things and I want to move over and things like that. So I had to, I have to often speak to myself and say, boy, just relax a bit. And I can honestly see when I do that, the growth, personal growth, the business growth that I see by just focusing on that one thing which is currently needs your most attention. It's just amazing the results you see, and like doing things consistently. I see a lot of guys set these massive goals, and what they don't do is they don't break it down into little chunks. So then they get to 20% of this goal and they give up. So I've kind of changed my opinion on that. I said, if I actually just do 70% of this whole big goal, then I'm 50% further than the other guy, which stopped at 20%. So
I just want to show this one thing before you go on. So firstly, cool wall. So we actually had a session about this with my team yesterday. This is where you are now. This is where you want to get to. And we try and bypass all this stuff and just go there. But what about all this stuff in between? What about all the steps? And we try and skip all that steps. And when we skip all that steps, then we get disheartened because we're not achieving this big goal. But we forget that it's actually a process to get through it. So yeah, totally.
That is exactly what we did through our coaching session, those steps as well. Yeah. We've got our big goal that we want. And Willie came up with this amount. And I said to him, are you crazy? How the heck are we supposed to get to that? But when we broke it down in each year and what we have already achieved, we've done it. So we can do the next year, we can do the next year, we can do the next year. It's just knowing that, it is like you said, it's that quick, in today's life, everybody wants quick gratification, wants to do something now and see major results tomorrow. And it doesn't work like that. And it's okay I keep bashing my head and saying it's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel I'm not getting there. Today's not my day, but don't give up. Get up tomorrow and do it. And it has been an amazing journey.
Just want to quickly, I see we're running out of time. I want to ask one thing on the digital marketing side. And that is, you've been quite successful in the marketing and you do it for all your customers and you do the Facebook marketing and all that sort of stuff. From your more professional opinion, what is one or two mistakes that you see people that just start out on their marketing that they're doing it themselves? What is one or two mistakes that you see on a regular basis?
Trying to do marketing on all the platforms all at once. So it's putting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Choose your platform.
Choose your battle. Choose your battle, not your platform, your battle.
Your battle.
Yes.
I'm busy with Mark again. Again.
And know that there is steps. I'm not He comes from army background, processes and steps. From A to Z, and there's so many steps to get there. I see that big picture, and how we get there is we'll get there. And knowing
you're an entrepreneur, we'll get there.
Knowing that there's little steps to carry on and do, but again, that word, keep consistent. Don't be scared to try. But if that's taken your time, there are so many people out there that know the business, that have been there. And model yourself after people who have made huge success. That, that really works.
Just one thing, you're not allowed to say bite.
That's content.
No bites. There's no bites here.
Cool, guys. So we're running out of time. So Zita, before we jump into the hot seat, if anyone wants to contact you guys, where can they get hold of you? We'll pop the link into the bottom of the description box.
Can be on our email, info@mzs-digi.com, or on our website, mzs-digi.com. That's the easiest avenues, and then all our social contacts are there.
Cool. Thanks so much.
On the mastermind group.
On the mastermind
group.
Yeah, cool. So Zita,
you ready for the hot seat?
No, can I go now?
One thing that you want to do still, which scares the hell out of you?
Doing more videos. Scares the living daylights out of me. Doing more videos on my social media.
So we posted a video now. I haven't watched it yet on the group. I'm really curious. Just that's fun, huh?
Yeah.
So you must remember to share it and hashtag MF. So fear of making videos, right?
Yes. I shall do that.
You shall do that still, right?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, I laughed at that video of yours, Willie. The or no, But even Sonia's one of standing on the buckies.
Yes, and with the raw meat.
Yes, I'm laughing for these videos. Really cool. Cool. What is, except for chili, what is one other thing that you can't live without?
That I can't live without is having connection with people, is having friends. Whether it be business friends or close friends. We don't see our family as often as we'd like to, but it's still that connecting. I love connecting with people. So
yes, and that's been a big effect on lockdown, Willie. It's myself and Willie were talking about it this morning. You almost feel so, I don't know, tensed up. You can see everyone's wired, and I don't know what we're going to do about this. But
the thing is, we are social people, and we need to feel and touch people, and get together and sit around and socialize. And now it was great. We had all of these online tools, and you could do what you need to do.
It's
but I think the overall mental state of the mental health of people in South Africa due to this is really is taking an effect, and you can see that coming through when people work online, and you haven't seen those guys for a long time, and it's I think it's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Zita, if you had to start your business all over again, what's the one thing that you would do differently?
Would definitely have taken more advice from people and tried. I almost said, first getting the business good before you leave your 9-to-5 job, but then you never will. You never will. The one good thing on our side is he had a whole plan ahead of how we could survive for a year or two without earning an income. So having that backup, yes. What I would change is try and get our children to learn this with us, to be able to see the benefits of doing something for yourself, for your family, for your life.
Love that. Very, very cool. So a question from my side is, if you had to start your own talk show, what would it be called? Michael's standing there at the back with the papers. Read.
No, luckily
you can't Google, You can't Google.
No. Let's connect.
Cool.
Yeah, lekker. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Cool. And I think last question from me, Zita, you mentioned you guys drew those steps. So what is your BHAG goal? Your big, hairy, audacious goal?
Hairy, audacious goal is to be earning more than 300,000 a month, and us not working in the business. That we have teams managing. Because at the moment we're in the business fully, and our ultimate goal is being able to travel more and being able to live the life. Like you keep saying, it's easy to say but you don't know unless your life is portrayed.
Reflects it.
Yeah.
And last one from my side is one trait of yourself that has been the biggest influence for your success thus far.
Being consistent, but also being the one that connects people, that keeps the vibe going.
That is it.
Thank you very much. Is the interrogation over? It was good, actually. It was nice. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
Thanks, Zita. Thanks for joining the show, and thanks to all the viewers. And remember, like and subscribe. You have to like and subscribe. Come on, guys. Let's share the message. Let's get everyone involved. Let's build that community. Everyone's struggling with connections, and let's just build a cool community of like-minded entrepreneurs where we connect, share, and do business together. And then Zita, yeah, thanks for taking up the time to join us. And
thanks for inviting me.
Be a witness of your journey. It's been really amazing. Looking forward to the next couple of years. Looking forward to what you're going to achieve.
We're looking forward to it too. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Zita, and just from my side, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to come in, have a chat to our viewers. And for the viewers, without you, there can't be a show. I hope you've learned something, and see you next week.
See you next week on the Business
Show.